everyone, I am Julie. I am the penny saving mama. Here we save a penny here, a penny there, and eventually you'll get there, right? We are not into quick fixes. We are into changing habits, lifelong habits. I had a request. I got to talk to two beautiful, very intelligent, good-hearted college women this week, and they asked me if I could incorporate some recipes that were easy, that were budget friendly, and that were relatively healthy. So this is my first one. This is just going to be roasted chicken. I'm going to make it for dinner tonight. Thanksgiving was just 2 days ago, but we don't have any turkey left, and we have very little ham left. So I don't think we have enough for dinner tonight. We still have some sides. And I actually just made this. Now, did I just make this last week? The roasted chicken? Did I just make that last week with the vegetables? But everyone here loves it. So we're just going to do it again. Thumbs up. So let's get started. Yeah, let's get started. It's pretty easy. I have two very small chickens. These are very small, so I'm going to use two of them. If you want to use turkey, that's fine. If you want to use chickens, that's fine. If you want to use a big chicken or Cornish hen or whatever, that is fine. If you want to use roast, if you want to use venison, can you throw that away without getting juice on you? Thank you. If you want to use a roast or venison or pork, whatever you want. This is not a hard, fast rule for this recipe. It's kind of use what you have, and that's why I like it. I may make it a little bit different each time. Can you give me that towel, please? The towel. I may make it a little bit different each time, but people still love it. Okay, thank you. So I already put the chickens in. I'm just gonna do one onion because it's big. You'll see I keep all my veggie scraps. So my veggie scraps go into here, and it's actually time for me to empty it out and make some more veggie broth. Veggie broth, you can make it with salt, without salt. I do it without, so it doesn't have a great flavor. I like to add my salt when I'm cooking, not when I'm making the broth. So if there's something that I'm making where someone can't have sodium, then I will, let me get a little closer, then I will not have to worry about making a new kind of broth. Okay. You can put these in the trash, you can put them in those skins, you can put them in the broth for color, whatever you want. That's good. You can take it. There's different ways to cut onions. I'm just gonna slice these because it's a little bit quicker. There is no hard, fast rule. And even if you're following a recipe to the T, that is absolutely fine. I'm one of those that likes to play with it, add stuff, take stuff away. Oh, this is a strong one. Shouldn't close my eyes while I cut. My eyes are not closed. I'm squinting. Okay. You just put those in, scatter them on top of your chicken. And you can put them like around and underneath. Usually I'll do a layer underneath, but since I just did one onion, I'm just putting it all on top. Woo! Goodness.
Strong one.
It is a strong one. Now, onions, everything is going up in price. Everyone's aware of that. As soon as I get done crying here. Everything is going up in price. We are full aware of that. So you want to make sure you get stuff that you know you use all the time. So some of the basics for cooking. Now I got 3 potatoes, and I'm just going to cut them I'm just gonna cube them. Staples that you cook with a lot that you keep on hand: onions, carrots, celery, potatoes, the basics. When you buy those on sale, it saves you a lot in the long run because you know you're going to use them a lot. So the onions that I'm using, I got them on sale for $1.29 for a 3-pound bag. Most places right now it's over $2 where we live. So that was a really good price. The last 2 times I bought potatoes, they were on sale. Time before last, I'm just gonna cut 2 potatoes. Right now I'll cut the 3rd one in a few minutes. The last time, what did I say? Time before last, got a 10-pound bag of potatoes for, what was it? $3.25. So that is more than 3 pounds of food for less than $1. That is not bad. Okay, if I have ends and pieces that are icky, I'll put those in our compost. Or that don't have much flavor, I'll put them in compost. The other stuff I put in our veggie bag. So yes, that was, I don't even know where I was at. So time before last, 10-pound bag for $3.25. This last time I got a 15-pound bag for $4, $3.99, $3.89, something like that. So once again, great deal. So if you know it's something you're going to use, don't just buy stuff just to buy it. If it's something you know you're going to use, then get it while it's on sale. And we've had lots of meals out of the onions and the potatoes. So I'm sprinkling that on. Oops. I'm going to do some fresh garlic. Do you have to have fresh garlic? No. If you have powdered garlic, that's fine. We really want you to use what you have. Don't go out and buy a whole bunch. Can you get that off the ground, please? We want you to go out and buy a whole bunch of new ingredients and spend a whole bunch of money when you're trying to save money, right? So use what you have. If you have garlic powder, use garlic powder. But I have fresh garlic, and I do need to get it used because I have a good amount of it. I am using, this garlic is a little bit older, so I'm going to use a little bit more than I normally would. I don't even know how many cloves we got. Okay, so it goes all the way. Garlic is great for veggie broth. Everything is great for veggie broth. Okay. I cut each end, because usually when you cut each end, the outside, the peeling of the garlic will automatically come off. This one did not. I'm going to have to peel it off. That is not the best part to eat. That little, it's like the outside of an onion. It's kind of like a skin on it. So it's not the best to try to eat. Most of these worked out. Of course, I have a problem child over here. Not you. The garlic, not you. The problem child. It's the garlic, not you. My little sous chef over here. Well, if you touch anything else, you gotta go wash your hands since you're doing handstands in the background. He was asleep. I may have woken him up by talking. He's still asleep. It's amazing. He can sleep through anything. I wish I had that talent. I wake up with somebody walks down the hall. I'm trying.
Gets into bed.
Yeah. That's right. just going to chop these up. So I have about 3, 4, 2 small ones, about 5 cloves if you count all those together. And I'm gonna just chop them up and put them in. Do I have great cutting techniques? No, but I can make sure the food gets cut up. I don't know a lot of different technique style stuff. I just get food for my family. I'm sure there's easier ways and better ways, but this is just getting it done. Another skin. Is that a helicopter or an airplane? What was it?
What's his name?
Martin? Billy Raven? Is he coming over? Oh, go tell him that Daddy's asleep. He's out there. Our neighbor came up. Okay. So we got oh, another skin. I'm trying to hurry, so I'm missing a lot of these skins. Luckily, they're easily catchable. So here is the garlic. Kind of diced up. I'm just gonna spread that around. And carrots. That's a jar opener. I don't usually buy baby carrots because just regular carrots out of the ground are much cheaper. It just so happened before Thanksgiving these were on sale, cheaper than the big ones. I have another recipe I'm going to try a video later today that I'm going to use regular size for, but we haven't even opened these yet, so I figured it would save a little time at least to throw some of these in. You notice I don't have exact measurements on anything. It's just kind of look and see what feels good to you, what looks right. And now I'm going to add some mushrooms. You don't need cream of mushroom soup to add mushroom flavor to food. You can use mushrooms to add mushroom flavor to food. Can you what? Sandwich? Yeah. There you go. It's lunchtime. I haven't fixed lunch. I'm working on dinner before lunch. I probably shouldn't have done that, huh?
It doesn't even feel like lunch.
It doesn't even feel like lunchtime? Because
you
yeah, you slept in. Okay.
This is how I was just awake.
And you guys have had a pretty easy day. Remember, we got to get the food ready for the food drive. We're going to put those meals together. So I took the stems off. You can cook the stems. It's absolutely fine. You may want to, I put the stems in with the veggies. Oh, did you want to eat it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. Now, I had previously washed all of this, all the veggies. Now, if you cook the stems, that's fine. Sometimes I just cut off the very end part, the hard part. But I was just trying to hurry this time. And they are good for the broth as well. Okay, so here's, okay, I still have 4, 5 left in my next recipe. I'll just do 4 for the next recipe. There's my mushrooms. And so I have mushroom, carrot, celery, onion, and one more. It will fit in there. It'll cook down. That's why I wanted to make sure I waited to the end to put that last potato in there to make sure I have room. So I don't know if you guys could even notice how much I'm putting in of each thing, but celery was just 2 stalks, 1 onion, about 1/2 pound of carrots, 1 bag of carrots. I don't even know if it's a pound. Yeah. About a half a pound. A few cloves of garlic. And we have a crock pot that is full. What I usually do, can you help me stop this? So what I usually do is I add any seasoning, dry seasoning, before I add the wet stuff. This, all I'm going to do, I have garlic in there. I have so many flavors in there. All I'm going to do is throw in some salt. I'll do a good amount because, like I said, my veggie broth does not have salt in it. And some black pepper. Now I'm going to add to my veggie broth. Guys, if this right here saves so much money, do you have to know how to can veggie broth? No, not at all. I just started learning to can last year. This I have been making for about 3 years. What I did when I made it, I would keep a lot and put it in the fridge to use. And then I would take Tupperware containers and freeze some of it. Once I learned how to can, this was one of the first things I learned because I didn't want my whole freezer space to be used up with veggie broth. Either did my husband, by the way. Now I will say, when this is done, I'm still gonna have to add some more water because I want it to be mostly full. When this is done, remember the chickens I put in are whole, so they'll have to be deboned. And she can tell you, go ahead and tell them, what do you find in your meat a lot?
Bones.
Bones. Do we eat the bones?
No.
But they know to look out for them. But if you're doing turkey, if you're doing, chicken, anything like that, then you're gonna have to debone the meat. But every now and then some gets missed, and that's just part of life. So if you see this, we are done. It just took a few minutes, less than 20 minutes. Now I had already washed all the veggies to start with. We have a whole crock pot of food. I would usually turn it on when I start on high and do it in the morning before work, before class. Turn it on high, get ready for the day, get all your stuff that you're going to do. Then before you leave the house, turn it down on low. I just now turned this on, so I'm going to let it stay on high for a while. And then when you get home that afternoon, you have dinner. If you want to bulk it up a little bit, you can make some rice. You can take some of the juice out and add some flour and some pepper and make a gravy that you can put on bread or biscuits, toast, whatever, or on rice or mashed potatoes. If you're gluten intolerant, then you can make a slurry with some of the juice and cornstarch and add it to the juice. Take the juice out. You wouldn't do this with all the vegetables and everything in there. So you can make like a gravy without using the flour if you can't have flour. But guys, those chickens cost less than $3 a piece. Just cents for the onion and the potatoes. A few cents for the mushrooms are close, about, it was half a pack, so it was less than $1. The celery was $1 for the whole bunch, so just a few cents. So, I mean, this full meal, how did her hair get stuck on the cabinet? The whole meal is, less than $10. And that's not one meal. I mean, you can look at that. That can feed you and your 3 or 4 roommates. Add some rice or some pasta or rolls or biscuits or mashed potatoes, which there's potatoes in there. I'm just saying there's ways that you can stretch it to make it longer. You could take half of it and put it in the freezer and eat it in a week or two. But that is a lot of food for less than $10. That will feed us for a few days. Plus, we have leftovers from Thanksgiving still. So, if I remember later, I will try to show you how it looks when it's done. But this is the first recipe. It's just roasted chicken with vegetables. You guys have a great day. God bless.